By 2030, managing money becomes effortless. Smart AI assistants organize everything automatically, visualizing your income, bills, and investments.
Changed forever. AI didn't eyes our bills. It visualized a path to true financial freedom, making the complex simple.
Advice for checking your bank account. It could become your personal financial assistant. Payments may happen instantly. Artificial intelligence could help manage your budget, analyze your spending, and identify opportunities you might have missed. The way people work could also be transformed. Some jobs may disappear. New careers may emerge, and the ability to work alongside artificial intelligence could become one of the most valuable skills in the economy. But here's the important question: what will all of this mean for your money? Today, we're looking at 5 major money trends that could shape the financial world by 2030. These are not guaranteed predictions. The future can always surprise us. But if these trends continue developing, they could have a major impact on how we earn, save, spend, and invest. Let's start with trend number 1. Artificial intelligence is already changing the way businesses operate. But by 2030, AI could become much more personal. Instead of opening several apps to check your spending, bills, investments, and savings, you could have one intelligent financial assistant helping you manage everything. Imagine receiving your paycheck. Your AI assistant automatically understands your income, upcoming bills, savings goals, and spending habits. It could tell you how much money you can safely spend. It could remind you about upcoming payments, and it could help you understand where your money is going every month. For many people, managing money is difficult because financial information can be confusing. I could make that information easier to understand. And that brings us to our first major trend. Trend number 1 is the rise of the AI personal money assistant. Think of it as a financial co-pilot. It doesn't simply show you numbers. It could analyze those numbers and explain what they mean. For example, imagine spending more than usual on restaurants for 3 months. Instead of simply showing you a chart, your AI assistant could point out the pattern and help you understand how that spending affects your savings goal. It could also help organize your financial priorities. Emergency savings, debt payments, long-term investing, daily spending. All of these decisions could become easier to manage. But there's an important warning. AI doesn't automatically mean every financial recommendation will be correct. People will still need to understand their own goals, risks, and financial situation. The smartest approach may not be replacing human judgment with AI. It may be combining human judgment with AI. And that idea becomes even more important as we move toward trend number 2. For decades, managing money often meant paperwork, spreadsheets, phone calls, and multiple financial accounts. By 2030, much of that friction could disappear. Imagine opening your financial dashboard and seeing your entire financial life organized in one place. Your income, your expenses, your savings, your investments, your upcoming payments, instead of spending hours analyzing numbers. You could ask a simple question: am I on track to reach my financial goal? An AI system could analyze your information and provide an easy-to-understand answer. This could save time, but it also creates a new responsibility. The more we depend on technology, the more important financial awareness becomes. You should understand what your AI is doing with your money, not blindly follow every recommendation. Now let's move to the second major trend. Trend number 2 is the evolution of digital payments. Today, most people already use cards, mobile wallets, and online banking. But the payment system of 2030 could become even faster and more connected. One technology receiving significant attention is the stablecoin. Stablecoins are digital assets designed to maintain a relatively stable value, often by being linked to a traditional currency such as the US dollar. If adoption continues, stablecoins could become an important part of digital payments. Imagine sending money to another person or even another country with fewer traditional barriers. A digital payment could move almost instantly. Businesses could potentially use digital currencies for international transactions. Consumers could have more ways to move and spend money. But once again, there are risks. Regulation, security, technology, and consumer protection will all matter. The future of digital money will depend not only on technology, but also on trust. Imagine walking into a store in 2030. You select what you want. Your payment is completed almost instantly. No cash. No complicated paperwork, and potentially no long waiting period for an international transaction. Now imagine a small American business working with a customer on the other side of the world. Digital payment technology could make moving money across borders faster and potentially more efficient. This doesn't mean traditional banking will disappear. Banks, cards, and government-issued currencies could remain extremely important. Instead, the future may involve several payment systems working together. The big idea is simple. Money could become increasingly digital, programmable, and connected. And that leads us to trend number 3. Trend number 3 is that private markets could become more accessible. For a long time, investing was strongly associated with public stock markets. You buy shares of publicly traded companies, you watch prices move, and you build a portfolio over time. But the investment world could become broader by 2030. Private companies, startups, infrastructure projects, and other alternative investments may become more accessible to a wider range of investors. This could create new opportunities, but it could also create new risks. Private investments can be less liquid and harder to evaluate. They may also have different fees, rules, and risk levels than traditional investments. So accessibility doesn't automatically mean safety. If more people gain access to private markets, financial education will become even more important. Imagine an ordinary American worker becoming a more sophisticated investor. Instead of looking at only one type of investment, they learn about diversification. They understand risk, they compare different opportunities, and they use technology to research investments faster. AI could make financial information easier to analyze. But technology won't remove investment risk. Markets can fall, companies can fail, and even sophisticated investors can make mistakes. The goal isn't to predict every market movement. The goal is to understand your risk, diversify appropriately, and make decisions based on long-term goals. Now we arrive at perhaps the biggest transformation of all. Trend number 4. AI could dramatically change the future of work. Some repetitive tasks may become automated. Some existing jobs could change, and entirely new jobs may appear. Think about how quickly technology has changed workplaces over the past few decades. Now imagine that change accelerating. AI could help programmers write software. It could help designers create ideas. It could help businesses analyze data. It could help entrepreneurs automate everyday tasks. But there is another side to the story. Workers who perform highly repetitive tasks may face greater pressure from automation. That means the value of certain skills could change. The question may no longer be, can AI do this job? Instead, it may become, how can I use AI to become better at this job? That difference could have a huge impact on income. By 2030, knowing how to work with AI could become increasingly valuable. But that doesn't mean everyone needs to become a computer scientist. Communication still matters. Creativity matters. Problem-solving matters. Leadership matters. Critical thinking matters. The advantage may come from combining human strengths with powerful AI tools. Imagine a freelancer using AI to complete work faster, a small business owner using AI to analyze customers, a content creator using AI to produce videos, or an entrepreneur using AI to automate repetitive business tasks. Technology could allow individuals to accomplish more with fewer resources. And that brings us to our fifth and final trend. Trend number 5 is the growing financial advantage of knowing how to use AI. AI itself isn't automatically going to make someone wealthy, but it could increase productivity. It could reduce the time required for certain tasks. It could help people learn faster. And it could create new ways to build businesses and generate income. Imagine two people starting with similar skills. One ignores new technology. The other learns how to use AI effectively over several years. The second person may be able to produce more, learn faster, and explore more opportunities. That doesn't guarantee financial success, but it could create an advantage. The biggest opportunity may not be AI replacing humans. It may be humans who know how to use AI outperforming those who don't single quotes T. So, what does all of this mean for you? By 2030, AI could become part of everyday financial life. Digital payments could become more powerful. Investment opportunities could expand. The job market could transform, and AI skills could become increasingly valuable. But remember, these are trends, not guarantees. The future can change, technology can fail, regulations can change, markets can surprise us. And predictions can be wrong. That's why the smartest strategy isn't trying to predict every detail of 2030. It's preparing for change. Learn about AI, improve your financial knowledge. Build an emergency fund, understand investing, develop valuable skills, and stay adaptable. Because the future may reward people who are ready to learn. The future of money isn't something that begins in 2030. It's being built right now. Every new AI tool, every digital payment system. Every new investment platform. Every change in the job market. They're all shaping the financial world we're moving toward. Why?